Hey everyone, Tomias here. So today is the HoloLive live stream, and unfortunately I won't be there because it's 2 a.m. for me. However, I wanted to release this guide for the players that will be joining us either right after the stream, or those of you that have unfortunately spent some of your resources or are looking to reroll with the full release that's coming up. So if we look at my account over here, it's my alt account. I think I really did well for my alt account this time. I started with my main account, and of course I've experienced playing on the CN server prior, so I kind of know what to do and what not to do. And you can check here that for my alt account I have currently 65,000 gems, and those are free gems, or free jewels. And you can see on the purchase history that I only have the daily jewel pack as well as the 30-day grotto attempts, which doesn't give you gems, but the daily one does. So I'm going to break it down to you in terms of what I did and some key points and milestones that you can hit to make sure you have a great start for your global launch, or if you're re-rolling, how to maximize the efficiency. So first things first, my first account, which is setting at about 48,000 gems at the moment, with more obviously PvP gems to claim, didn't have as good of a start, and that came down to I would say my rerolls. So for this account, my rerolls had let's see, I had Shizuru, I had Makoto, which is I had to have it for competitive clan battle. I had Jita as well as Maho. I think Anna and Miyako I pulled later on, but essentially what you want to aim for is, if you're going to be a competitive player or get the most out of your rerolls, you need to grab Makoto, because Makoto is very important to place high in clan battles. If you don't really care about guilds or clan battles, or if you just don't mind being a mid-range clan, then it's completely okay to skip. Otherwise, grab Makoto as the base, and then grab 2 out of the 4 mage melt members. So mages are going to be super easy for you to climb the ladder with, so that means it's either 2 of the Io, Anna, Hatsune, and Monica. So for me, I unfortunately only had Anna, but I had an Akari, which is like a mage melt sub, so I made it work. And also because I had Shizuru, it kind of balanced things out. So I also grabbed Dicha on this account because for Dicha, she's going to be decent for the first few clan battles, and depending on whether or not we follow the banners, we may not have a Dicha rate up until much later. And then Maho is just good for story as well as PvP. So for the rerolls, again, you want to grab Makoto, 2 out of the 4 members of Mage Melt if you can, and then as a bonus, grab Miyako as a tank, your premier tank, if you don't have a Nozomi. And if you can, Akari for your Mage Melt to make it even stronger. And you should be able to obtain out of these from your tutorial 3-star, which is always guaranteed a 3-star, and then doing 14 polls after you link your Crunchyroll as well as your Gmail account to gain the 2,000 gems. And then after that, as you progress through the story, you can actually do maybe 10 or 20 more polls, sort of 10x or 20x maximum, to round out your unit box. I think for mine I did 34 polls in total. But yeah, so the reroll is important, but also the units that you get after are going to be very important as well. So after that, you progress through the story. You essentially try to go as far as you can, go through the main quest. And initially, what I recommend, at least what I did for this account's initial push, was I got stamina pot refills up to 14 every single day. So that's you'll see the number go down to 26 out of 40 until my first team was decked out in R7 gear. So I think that took 2 to 3 days, and then after that I switched to 6 out of 40. So about 6 stam refills until I knew that the second Princess Arena opened. Then I switched back to, I think, 1 day of the 14 refills just to get that second R7 team ready. And now I'm just getting 3 refills per day just to farm the hard difficulty shards. So stamina refill is very important, especially if you are a low spender or free-to-play player, because everyone will be level capped. So you need to be very smart in the way you refill your stamina. Initially it's okay, but never go over 14. The reason is because the value drops drastically after that. And you do it to get ahead in PvP, to gain the PvP arena, to access the arena gems quickly, but don't overdo it, because the arena reward is one time only. So looking back, for my progression milestones, I'd say that I took a little pause around 4-5. That's when you unlock the arena, the battle arena, which is one single team. So I waited until my team were decked out in R4 gear, and then after they reached R4 gear, because that's when you're getting access to another skill for all your characters. Then I made a slight push in the battle arena while pushing the rest of the story, and also I made sure that I progressed through the VH tower every day. Initially you can save your VH attempt till the next day, so you have an extra entry, but later on obviously you want to try to spend it every day. So VH tower, you progress through that, and then the next milestone, which I didn't hit until I would say a few days later, was the 815. So for this account I waited for a bit. I actually was gonna go in with the first bracket because I almost had two teams R7, but because the second bracket opened before I hit my two teams R7, that's why I spent a bit more in terms of refill on that day when the Princess Arena bracket opened. But I camped there for I think 3-4 days on this account. And that was the second last milestone. The last milestone was able to be to beat the VH tower and just auto clear it. So there's guides on Reddit kind of showcasing how you can auto and what teams you can use to stall, and later on I'll release a guide for a single entry clear as well. And then after that, the majority of, or the bulk of your arena, the bulk of your gems will come from arena and the historical one-time reward. So you can hear that, you can see here that the all-time best rank for me is first for the battle arena as well as the Princess Arena, and this is mostly due to how helpful the community is. You should really join the Princess Connect Discord community. A lot of people there are happy to swap win trade rank 1 rewards, which means they can remove their defense, help you get first as long as you pay it forward, to let everyone gain the one-time reward. So after that, you should be sitting about 65,000 gems. If you didn't get top battle arena or Princess Arena rewards, that's fine as well. I had the same on my first account, and I'm still around 47,000 in terms of gems, and I haven't reached top 100 in either yet. So there's the reward's gonna be there, and you can always claim it later. And another thing I forgot to mention is that I did make a tier list. So this tier list is mine. I'll link it in the description, and you can access that to see what characters are good and also what they are they excel at. And I also will be updating the rank chart, so people know what rank to keep their units at in terms of equips once map 9 opens, because that'll give us access to rank 8 gear. And lastly, to push the gem count to I guess the absolute limit, you can clear 3-star every story, all the hard mode you can do, feed some gifts to teams that team members that you use, and then go through their story to watch their story, and that gives you bonus stats on the team members, as well as provide an additional 20 gem, and they add up. So yeah, I did all of this on my alt account in about 11 to 12 days, I would say. You can see here that if you look at my packs, yeah, so I got the daily on day 1, so 14, and I got 65k 2 days ago, so about 12 days to reach this amount, if you're I guess if you plan your journey essentially. So I hope this helped. You can leave any questions, I'll try my best to answer them, and I'll be releasing more guides when the full release takes place.